ॐ ज्ञानदिव्यान्तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Welcome to all of you for today's session. So we are meeting after weeks, exactly weeks back, same day. I hope all of you are in good health, spiritually and also materially. Yes, my voice is clear. Is
ప్రభు
it audible?
కొంచెం ఏదో దూరంగా ఉన్నట్టు అనిపించింది ప్రభు. ఎక్కడో కనెక్షన్ కొంచెం బ్రేక్ వస్తున్నట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది.
Very good. अभी और एक चेंज करके दिखाता हूँ ये कैसा है. तो వాయిస్ ఒకలా చిన్నగా ఉందా?
చిన్నగా ఉంది ప్రభు, బానే ఉంది కానీ కొంచెం న్యూట్రల్ నుంచి వస్తున్నట్టుంది ప్రభు.
మీరు కరెక్ట్ చెబుతారు. హరే కృష్ణ. ఇప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంది?
ఇప్పుడు బాగుంది ప్రభు.
ఇంకోటి హరే కృష్ణ ఇప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంది?
రెండు సేమ్ ఉన్నాయి ప్రభు, రెండు సేమ్ గానే ఉన్నాయి.
సేమ్ ఉన్నాయా? అయితే ఇదే బెస్ట్. బ్లూటూత్ పెట్టుకుంటే సరిగా రావట్లేదు. యాక్చువల్లీ బ్లూటూత్ వినడానికి పనిచేస్తుంది కానీ ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేయడానికి సరిగా పనిచేయదు.
ఇది చాలా క్లియర్ గా ఉంది ప్రభు.
ఇది చాలా క్లియర్ గా ఉందా? ఓకే. మీ
ఓకే,
ప్రేక్షకుల ఆనందమే మా ఓకే चले कुछ let us understand some points from whatever I'm going to explain to all of you. It will be from all essence of all bhakti shastras like Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Essence of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam I am going to explain to all of you. After knowing this, there will be nothing to know more. You know? So, and I will be giving material to all of you also. I'll give. So let us discuss. It will be a little bit technical. It looks like you will be getting these so many new words, but don't get scared actually, or fear. Don't get fear. Don't get scared. So actually, there are two realms. One is spiritual realm, and another is material world. This is the transcendental river actually, which is separating both, which is which is also known as river Viraja. Viraja. That means Vigataha Rajaha. That means which is pure. This is transcendental river. On the other side of this river is spiritual world, and this side we are all there, material world. So in this spiritual world, spiritual realm, you find so many planets, Vaikuntha planets. There are so many Vaikuntha planets. How many Vaikuntha planets are there? Innumerable Vaikuntha planets are there. Uncountable, uncountable, uncountable. The topmost Vaikuntha planet is known as what is the topmost? Is nothing but Goloka Vrindavana. And in this Goloka Vrindavana, who is residing? Krishna is residing. What is the form of Krishna? He has two hands and two legs. And he is always accompanied with so many inhabitants of Vrindavan. Those are different gopas, gopis, different kinds of animals, trees, plants, birds. With all these inhabitants, he was accompanied, and he is always transcendentally playing so many pastimes with all of them. So beautiful forests are there. So there are in Viraja, we call that planet as Virajamandal. There are different forests are there, and Lord is always being loved by everyone. Every species in that planet loves Lord unconditionally. There is no conditioning there. And they are having a pure heart for the Lord. And Lord and these inhabitants, they always compete to win in giving love. Win in giving love. It's a free from all the kinds of material contamination. No lust, no anger, no greed, no enviousness, no pride. So such a things are not at all there. So Chintamani Prakarasatmasu Kalpa Vriksha. There are so many. So desire trees are there. And Krishna, he is the original Lord actually. And he is the source of everything. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Sarva Karana Karaka. So he is the cause of all the causes. Ishvaraha Paramah Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radil Govinda. So Krishna is cause of Anadir Adil. Sarvakarana Karana is the cause of all the causes. And he is the origin, he is the source of all other Vaikuntha planets. He is the source of all the material planets. But he is always in his planet, and even though he is owner of everything, but he doesn't have any attachment for anything. Like a simple playboy, he always play with gopis. Like a simple friend, he always play with his friends in this Vrindavan while grazing the cows and calves. And he is always affectionately reciprocating his love. And he is taking love from Mother Yashoda. And Mother Yashoda always takes care of this boy. And this boy is transcendentally, so completely is different from material world. His body is not out of matter like us. Of course, we also have, fortunately, 2 hands and 2 legs. But it doesn't mean that we are equal to the Lord. Our Lord is like us. No. Our body is out of matter. We are so fortunate. We got similarly, exactly the form like Krishna. Narakarah, Deham. We got Narakarah Deham. So that's why we are very fortunate. But actually, so that we are able to easily perceive the leelas of, at least perceive means not direct perception, but through material, since we have 2 hands and 2 legs, our activities similar to the Krishna's activities, but our activities are material and Krishna's activities are spiritual actually. So that's why you can easily understand Krishna's activities with his two-handed form. But if Krishna is in the form of Matsya, Varaha, Kurma, then it is very difficult for you to understand that Leelas. So that's why the original absolute truth is what? Krishna. And remaining all are what? Expansions of Krishna, but not original. It's not the main. And like this, he has so many expansions. Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, Vamana. Like this, so many planets are there. So Varaha planet, Matsya planet, Kurma planet, Vamana planet, Nrsinga planet. Like this, all these planets, all planets are down to Goloka Vrindavan. Goloka Vrindavan is the topmost planet. Jivatma is meant for to stay with him forever there in that Goloka Vrindavan. With any one relationship like dasya, sakhya, vatsalya. So you should have any one relationship like a servitorship or otherwise friendship or otherwise parentship or otherwise lover. So have the relationship, and Jivatma has to be always with the love with Krishna in the spiritual planet. This is the constitutional position of every Jivatma. But what unfortunately, Jivatma is not at all betrayed by anyone. From anadi, from beginningless, there is no beginning. There is a state which is very, very difficult to understand the state of beginningless by using this material mind. Your material mind may not able to accommodate the meaning of beginningless. But that is a fact. Because scriptures are more authoritative than your material mind. Your material mind is affected by 4 defects. Brahma, Pramada, Karna, Patava, Pralipsa. Your mind is having all 4 kinds of defects. This defective mind cannot understand the state of beginningless. Because this mind always looks for the beginning of everything. If you see a mobile, then you will think that when it is created, when it is manufactured. If you see a house, when it is constructed. If you see a pen, when it is made. Like that, you search for the beginning. This is the habit of your material mind. But Shastra is beyond your mind and it is telling, beyond your intelligence, and it is telling that there is a state called beginningless, where there is no beginning. So Krishna is existing in this spiritual form, in the spiritual world, in the Goloka Vrindavana. Even when you hear this kind of statements, your material mind will be questioning. Definitely, maybe someday he started existing there. Maybe that is a millions and millions and millions and millions of years ago, Lord started existing there, like that you may think. Your material mind may always give such a propositions to you. But what is the plan? There is no beginning to the law. There is no starting date to the law. So that state is known as anadi. So the way you are accepting the beginningless state for Lord, similarly, jivatma. In this material world, beginningless from anadi. There is no need of saying from anadi. Anadi is, there is no, from you will always start from something fixed. But anadi is, anadi means what? No beginning. Beginningless. From beginningless means what? No beginning. So, this jivatma is covered by avidya. Why jivatma is covered this avidya? Paratattva jnana samsarga abhava. Paratattva jnana anadi paratattva jnana samsarga abhava. Anadi paratattva jnana samsarga abhava. What it means? From beginningless, my dear students, you all has to write. Whatever I am drawing, whatever I am dictating, whatever I am so writing here on this board. So you all requested to write. Okay. Bring your pen and pencil. Try to understand what I am explaining. It's not like a simple story. It's important to write. Keep the things with you that. Try to meditate on things whatever I said. Try to recall. Try to remember. Try to practice. Try to teach. Try to preach. Try to implement in your life. So that's why finally take a pen and pencil and feel that every word and every sentence is very important. Don't be careless in capturing the things. For example, when I said anadi paratattva jnana samsarga abhava, just by hearing, oh, this is Sanskrit word, I can't understand, and leave it. Prabhuji, so his class is so technical. You are all working in the corporates and you are facing so many new technologies and new softwares and new tools. Everything you are learning, but to learn when to bhakti, for if you get few words, then you feel that's so difficult. But when your boss said that if you give us a manual actually, and by the tomorrow you should learn all these things. get ready with this manual. You will go and immediately whole night sit and 1 to 10 times you will read and you will become fit and come to the office next day morning. And you will be explaining very nicely how it is possible, Baba. Huh? All the students also say. So how it is possible? Where there is a will, there is the way. You should have a will to learn. Then there will be the way. Okay? Anadi paratattva jnana samsarga abhava. What it means? If you have any difficulty at any time, so please raise the hand. So understand the situation. There is a state, anadi, means which is very difficult to conceive by this material mind and intelligence. That means there is no beginning. No beginning. Lord has no beginning. Your material mind and intelligence always look for any object is coming into mind. You will always look for definitely it started this many years before. And it will end like this. But in the mathematics also you take t is minus infinity to plus infinity. Time from minus infinity to plus infinity. While the graphs, while mathematical problems you solve, you will be accepting the functions which are in this range, in this domain. Like f of t is equal to t square plus some 2t something like this. You will accept this function of t where t from minus infinity to plus infinity means what? What is the beginning of minus infinity? That means this direction, this is a t is equal to 0 and this is the time axis. So you are saying that minus infinity. That means this direction, where is the beginning of minus infinity? Nothing na. Nothing na. For f of t, you are accepting there is no beginning. Yes or no? For f of t, you are accepting no beginning. Then what is the problem to accept? Jivatma is there from beginningless here. What is the problem for you? All you are, I think, mathematical students also. Yes or no? Yes. If you are a mathematical student, then yes. So what happened? From anadi paratattva jnana samsarga abhava. What it mean in English? From beginningless. Write it in a proper way. From beginning. I will go very slowly. Ekdam means we'll go very slowly and try to digest each and everything. So that all your confusion in reading Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam will be finished. You will become so confident in understanding our philosophy. Okay? So that's why it is very important. Anadi paratattva jnana samsarga abhava means from beginningless. Abhava means there is an absence. There is absence of what? Jnana means knowledge. There is absence of knowledge. About whom? Knowledge about paratattvam. What is the meaning of paratattvam? Absolute truth. Absolute truth. Jivatma doesn't have, absence means Jivatma doesn't have knowledge about absolute truth. Absolute truth, who is the absolute truth? This original Krishna. Two-handed Krishna is the absolute truth. He is the cause of everything. Sarva Karana Karana. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radin Govinda. Sarva Karana Karana. So that's why he is the cause of all the causes. He is the absolute truth. He is simply playing in the Vrindavan. But by his potencies, he will manifest millions of Vaikunthas and he will manifest the millions and millions of Brahmandas. And still he is playing like a small boy in Vrindavan. That is his greatness. He is the highest seeker of the pleasure. He is always relishing the highest pleasure. That is the greatness of Krishna. If even he is creating so many things are from when onwards they are there like him, anadi. He is anadi, he has no beginning, and his manifestation of all these things are also no beginning. These things are very, very inconceivable to your material mind. They are all at certain day, they might have come from him. They are also anadi. Material world is anadi. Like him. They are all existing without any beginning. Similarly, in this material world, this jivatma also not having the knowledge about absolute truth from beginningless. There is absence of knowledge about absolute truth. Where? In jivatma. Jivatma doesn't have this knowledge. So because of that, what happened? Because of absence of this knowledge, it is what? It is covered by, it is caught by Maya. This Maya is having the various parts. Avidya, Vidya, Prakriti.
ప్రభు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ప్రభు, ఎవరికైనా క్వశ్చన్లు ఉంటే ఇప్పుడే తీసుకుంటారా లేకపోతే అయిపోయిన తర్వాత తీసుకుంటారా?
ఇప్పుడే తీసుకుంటా, ఎనీ టైం.
ఎస్ ప్రభు, చెప్పండి ప్రభు, మీరు అనౌన్స్ చేయండి ప్రభు. కొంతమంది నాకు మెసేజ్ పెట్టారు క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే ఎలా చేయాలని.
Anyone have questions, please raise the hand. Already I said, just a few minutes before also I said. Any questions till now? Mohina Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
If these are very silly doubt, but it would be better if they get clear.
Yes.
So one is why we are always saying Krishna as a form of Vishnu is the main one, and then the Vara and all other avatars. So what I'm saying is, like, although we say all these are incarnation of Vishnu ji only, so why not Vishnu ji? Why Krishna is considered as main?
Because Krishna is original root of everything, is a root. From Krishna, who is expanding? Balarama, From Balaram, expansion came. From Balaram, expansion, who is coming? Chaturvyuhas. Vasudeva, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Sankarshana. From Sankarshan, Narayan is coming. That's a Vishnu. From Narayana, this is Vishnu actually, Vaikuntha Vishnu. In Vaikuntha he resides. And from Narayana, Chaturvyuha once again comes. Vasudeva, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and Sankarshana. And from this Sankarshana, Mahavishnu comes. From this Sankarshana, Mahavishnu comes, who resides in material world. And from this Mahavishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu comes. And from the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu comes. From this Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu, Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, Vamana, all avatars we see manifesting. Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, Vamana, all. Okay?
Yes,
So that's who is original?
Krishna.
Ah.
Yeah.
You
Thank
got
you.
it?
Yes, yes. Thank you. And then other thing is how like I come from, we are in that generation that feminist theory come in picture. So why are we saying he? How sure we are it's he? And when if suppose he is he and seeking love from female in the form of mother, lover, friend, then why it is bad for a human being to seek such a love? Why human being is not uh, like when if human beings seek that love, then it is wrong. But if Krishna is seeking that love, then it is right.
Hey. This is the nature actually. Good question. Okay, I'll come to your point. Okay? Just
Okay,
I'll
sure.
explain that only. Everyone
Sure.
understood
Thank you.
Mataji's question clearly? Understood now? Mataji is saying that Krishna is also seeking pleasure from his friends, his servants, and his mother and his lovers. What is the wrong? If being a human being, if I seek pleasure from my friends, my lovers, and my servants, my parents, why it is said it is wrong? It's a fundamental question which is very important. Definitely we should verify this. So anyway, first question is clear for Mataji. Why Krishna is the source? Because this is the Shastra is saying. The conclusions of all the Shastras are what? Krishna is the source of everything. How to establish? This is also explained in the Tattva Sandarbha. Many books, many Puranas might be saying many demigods like Vishnu or Shiva or otherwise Brahmaji, they are the supreme personality of Godheads. In Brahma Purana, you see Brahmaji as supreme. In Shiva Purana, according to Shiva Purana, Shiva is the topmost. And based upon this, some Vishnu Purana, Vishnu is the topmost. From where you are bringing, my dear Venugopal, this Krishna is the topmost. If every scripture is saying differently, then how to reconcile? So all the reconciliation is done. And what is the authority level? So even there are so many authorities are there. So in telling truth, there are so many Puranas are there, our books are there. But who is the topmost authority? What is the topmost authoritative book? Pramana. We say pramana, evidence. What is the topmost evidence? Which is crucial and topmost? That is nothing but Srimad Bhagavatam. How to establish Srimad Bhagavatam as the supreme pramana? That means supreme authority in telling about the truth. This is also discussed actually in various books in Tattva Sandarbha. That is another thing. So at least now you are understanding. So based upon referring those books only, I am saying. So Krishna, then Balaram, then Chaturvyuha, then Narayana, then Chaturvyuha, then Mahavishnu, then Garbhodaksha Vishnu, then Kshirodaksha Vishnu, then from there many avatars. It is also having, that's why proof. No, nothing is spoken here without proof. We will see that. Now the next question is Mataji's question is very relevant question. Very relevant and very good question. Yes, Krishna is enjoying there. And Jivatma, what is the wrong to enjoy here? So, to answer this question, we are moving forward. Our explanation will continue. Then her answer also, our question will be answered. So now I said, from the beginningless, you all understanding. There is a state, even in the mathematics, we accept the t, time domain t, which is having the range of minus infinity to plus infinity. That means we are accepting the function t, that means function f of t is beginning without. It means it is there from beginningless and it will be there for the without ending. So u power minus t or something you can take. Some expressions, some functions which can be there, like this kind of, I know the function, I am not mathematical function. Like this kind of curve if you take. This is a t. And what is the formula for this f of t if you take? And this is the time domain. This will not touch the t-axis till minus infinity and it will not end with the plus infinity. It's not going to touch. So such a functions are possible or not? This function has no beginning and no ending. Similarly, my dears, Jivatma is there in this material world without any beginning. Without any beginning. So let me come here. And what is the position of that? It doesn't have knowledge about absolute truth. Because of this reason, paratattva jnana samsarga abhava. Because of this reason, because of absence of knowledge about the paratattvam, what happened? It is covered. Maya covering jivatma, such a jivatma with what? With avidya. That means Maya is covering means it's not a sequence of steps. Anadi means no beginning. Means these are all simultaneously, all the steps are existing from the beginningless. When initially Jivatma doesn't have covering of Maya, then it is seeing the absence of knowledge, and then after that, so Maya is covering with that, attacking that Jivatma and covering that Jivatma with avidya. It's not sequence of steps. It is Anadi. When you say there was no beginning, these are all steps are also beginningless. When this, and also one more important point, this Jivatma size is what? Infinitely small. Infinitely small. Infinite small. Infinite small. And it is having the knowledge. This particle is having the knowledge. This particle is not like a dust particle. This particle, Jivatma, is conscious being actually. It is Sat Chit Ananda. It is Sat, means eternal. It is eternal. Chit, means it is having the knowledge, consciousness. That means that is conscious being. This mobile is not a conscious being. It is inert material, and this mobile doesn't know who is he. This pen is not a conscious being. It is inert material, and pen doesn't know that I am pen. Pen knows I am pen? No. But since this jivatma is chit particle, it's chit, sat chit. So jivatma can know that I am soul. So I am soul, this kind of knowledge is with jivatma. And this particle is full of bliss. It is not made up of any three modes. There are no three modes are there in this small particle. And it is full of bliss. And it is always pure. It cannot be contaminated actually. Keshagra satabhagasya satada kalpitasya. So it is having the size of anuparimanam, anu size. That means in this total universe, the smallest size is known as anu. That means if you take any object, if you break it to take one part of that, break it, take one, break it, one, take one, break it, take one, break it, take one, break it. Like that, if you divide, and if you went on to divide that object to the extreme, so whatever the part which cannot be divided further, that part is known as paramanu, or otherwise atom. The size of an atom is known as anu. The size of atom is known as anu parimanam, anu size. So the soul's size is anu size. That means in this universe, the smallest particle size. In this whole universe, the smallest particle is what? Atom. And that particle size is at anu. And jivatma is also the smallest particle. But it is a chit particle. It's not matter. It's not out of modes. And it is also having the sense of I. This particle is having the sense of I. That's why it is able to know I am soul. Such a small particle, it is having the sense of I. What a wonderful thing. And it is also having the bliss potency. It is full of blisses. And it is eternal. No one can destroy that. No fire can burn it. No weapon can cut it. No air can dry it. And no nainam chindanti sastrani nainam dahati pavaka nachainam kledayantyapo nasoshayati maruta. This small particle cannot be wet. That means nobody can make it wet and make it get destroyed. No. It's always pure. Nobody can contaminate. But what is the problem? There is no problem, but what is lacking in that? What is lacking in that? Anadi paratattva jnana samsarga abhava. It doesn't have any knowledge about whom it belongs. Who is absolute truth? It doesn't know that Krishna is the absolute truth. and it doesn't know that he is part and parcel of Krishna. And also it doesn't know that being part and parcel of the Krishna, that particle is eternally servant of the Lord. Like there is a machine is there. In that machine, there is a bolt is there. Bolt is part and parcel of the machine. If that bolt will not be with the machine and it simply separates himself and lying on the floor, is there any value for that bolt? No value. Similarly, this particle being away from the Lord, is there any value for this jivatma? No value. It should be connected with the main thing, the source. That's the Krishna. Because these particles all are coming from Krishna. Coming from Krishna means they are all eternally, like Krishna is no beginning, these particles also no beginning, and they all belongs to him. Yes. Divesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Actually, I have a question.
Yes,
We are
yes, yes.
working together. My question is, after the soul leaves the body, when and then it goes take another womb, is soul self deciding which womb and family and environment it will take? It is in, I mean, how it works, and is it in the same country when the soul leave the body, or you can also go to another continent, or how is it going on?
Wow. Yeah, we can travel many continents. It will be dependent on karma actually. Let me explain actually. So it will come very soon. All these fundamentals will be clear. So we'll understand the whole phenomena. So Mataji's question also with us actually. She was asking that. So Krishna is having enjoyment from his relationships. Why not the human being cannot have the enjoyment from their own relationships? And we say that these are all bogus, temporary, leave it. So this is her question, and now your question is soul when leave this body. So how it will select actually, who will decide what is his next destiny? This is your question. Okay, we'll see that. Will come. So now let us see. Let us continue. This soul is such a magnanimous and wonderful particle actually. It is having the sense of I. The true sense of I it is having. I am soul. And such a knowledge it is having. Such a sense it is having. Even it is a particle, it is having the sense. Can you find any hands and legs for that particle? No. What is the shape of that? Uniform shape. In all directions, it looks like the same. Uniform shape. Like a small particle, uniform shape. And it cannot be dried. It cannot be wet. It cannot be cut. It cannot be wet. It cannot be burnt. And it is belongs to someone. And it's always pure. And it belongs to Krishna. What is the proof? Shastra is the pramanam. Shastra is the pramanam. Not you and me. Who are we? That also you'll understand. So, but it is not having the knowledge about his master. That's a Krishna. And it is not having the knowledge about his relationship with Krishna. That is the meaning of absence of knowledge about the absolute truth with jivatma. So in jivatma, absence of this knowledge is there. So that's why Maya is able to cover it using its avidya, the potency known as avidya. So everyone wrote it, then I am cleaning. So when it is covered by the potency of the Maya, that is known as avidya, which is mostly because of what? Tamoguna. Then what will happen? Like when your eyes are closed by, when your eyes are covered by the darkness, what will happen? Are you able to see any objects? You went in a dark room and full of darkness is there. My net is Wi-Fi switch power off. So that's why. Okay now. So what is happening now? When it is covered with the avidya, what happens? I'm explaining. When our eyes are covered with the darkness, eyes are able to see anything. Even the eyes have the ability to see the things. Since now time being it is covered by the darkness, these eyes are not able to see. Since now eyes are not able to see due to darkness, can you say eyes are defective? Can you say now eyes has to be repaired? Can you suggest such a person to go to the doctor? Will you say? We won't say. We won't say because eyes no problem, but darkness is the problem. Then what do you suggest to him? If he is claiming to you, my eyes are not able to, I'm not able to see, my eyes are not recognizing anything, then you simply say that, just come out from darkness. No need to worry, your eyes are not spoiled by anything. There is no defect. Similarly, jivatmas knowledge, that particle is having the knowledge, that means I am soul, and it is a pure. And Maya is taking away anything from that jivatma? No, it is just covering with the avidya. Because of covering of that avidya, jivatma is not able to know who is he. That means even it is having the sense of I inherently, but being covered by the avidya, it is not able to know now I am soul. You are understanding this point? What I said? Is it clear? Devesh
Yes,
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
boliye, you tell me.
Yeah, it is clear, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
What do you understood? Tell me. What is happening with the avidya?
And
Uh,
Try. You can try. No problem.
Maya is
Both will
controlling.
try. Your husband and wife, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Prabhuji. Maya is
Yeah,
controlling.
both husband and wife try actually together. So tell me, Prabhu. So now, when jivatma covered with the avidya, what is happening? Really difficulty.
When Jivatma is covered with avidya, so we don't understand the. I mean, we can't understand the ultimate truth, like existence of a God.
We like when your eyes are covered with the darkness, what will happen?
We don't understand the truth. We don't.
We cannot see.
We cannot
can't
see
see.
anything.
When eyes are
Yeah.
covered with it, we cannot
Like-
see, we cannot recognize anything.
Yeah.
Like similarly, when jivatma is covered with the avidya, so what happens? Jivatma, even it has the ability to know himself as soul, but it is not able to know now himself as soul. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Can you explain it?
Who likes? Yeah. Yes,
Can
Prabhu.
you again like
Again. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
like jivatma?
I will explain one second. Jivatma. Jivatma means soul, and this soul is a small particle. That soul is having ability of knowing. Ability of knowing is there. Like you see mobile. This mobile is having any ability to know? No. This pen is having any ability to know? That means pen can know that I am pen? No. Because it is inert material. But the soul is a small particle. It is having the ability to know who is he. That means soul is having inherent sense of I. Sense of I. Sense of I. Like this. That means I am soul. It can feel that I. That means I-ness. That means sense of I is there in that soul. It can know I am soul. But like your eyes are able to see the things, similarly soul can see himself. That means seeing means here knowing. Soul can know himself. But when they are covered with the avidya, till now it's clear? These 2 points?
It is clear, Prabhuji, that
Yeah.
Jivatma can think and then
but
Yeah.
it sense.
It has this sense of I. Sense of I. It can sense himself and it can know himself as soul.
But Prabhuji, I have then when Jivatma finally realized that it's a soul, then why after again it has the ability to forget again? It forgets and because once Jivatma realized that okay, I am a soul and what is the absolute truth, but then after some time it has tendency to forget again because we see the soul like
Yeah. Yes,
it
yes.
gets
So, see what is happening. Yeah. We'll go step by step. But this soul, now when it is covered with the avidya, from the beginningless, this soul is covered with the avidya. When it is covered with the avidya, now avidya means ignorance. When the soul is covered with ignorance, then soul is not able to sense himself as soul. Like when you are like here one by one word, because you people are little bit new to Krishna consciousness. But whatever I am teaching, it is very fundamental knowledge. If you learn this knowledge, this philosophy, which is a fact actually, which is absolute truth, it will be giving a strong foundation for your spiritual life. A strong foundation you are going to get. So that's why, so try to put more and more attention actually. Try to become more and more alert. Try to drag out your all the places and just keep your mind on the speaker, whatever he's speaking. Then definitely you'll get. It is a little bit difficult because of the many things and concepts are new for you. But it is not impossible actually. So that's why pull your attention towards the deep speaker. So now what I am explaining, the small particle is having the sense of I. That means it can know himself as soul. I am soul. But being covered with the avidya, it is not able to know himself as soul. I am giving an example to make you understand this. When eyes are covered with the darkness, even the eyes have ability to see the things. Because of due to of covering of this darkness, these eyes are not able to see anything. Similarly, inherently, jivatma having the sense of I and also can know himself as soul, but being covered with the avidya, it is not able to know that I am soul. What is the difficulty? So, there is no difficulty. Next, being covered with the avidya and also it is having karma with it. There is what? Karma with it. What is the beginning of this karma? There is no beginning. So when this soul is covered with the avidya, avidya. When this soul is covered with the avidya, there is no beginning for that. When this soul started existing in this material world, there is no beginning. What is the beginning of the Lord? There is no beginning. These are all anadi. Like minus infinity. T is beginning from minus infinity. Like that. Can you find the end or the beginning of this curve? Like example, I have shown you a curve. There was a curve actually. Where is that curve? Okay, anyway. Bell-shaped curve. This bell-shaped curve. What is the beginning of this bell-shaped curve? And what is the ending? No beginning, no ending. Like that. Jivatma also doesn't have any beginning and no ending. And the relationship with this avidya for jivatma is no beginning. It can end. So, now you come to the point. After that, what happened? These kind of souls all are, where they are existing? They are all existing in the body of Mahavishnu. Who is Mahavishnu? I already explained. So, Mahavishnu is the one who is coming from the Sankarshan. So, Sankarshan. Who is Sankarshan? So, Sankarshan, Aniruddha, Pradyumna and Vasudeva. And from there, where they are coming? Actually, I erased it. They are coming from Narayana. And from where Narayana is coming? Narayana is coming from Sankarshan. Sankarshan, next, Aniruddha, Pradyumna and Vasudeva. And from there, where these are all coming? They are all coming from the Balaram. And where Balaram is coming? From Krishna. So like this Mahavishnu, where he is existing? He is existing. So now I have said now already to you. This is the Viraja. So this side of Viraja, Mahavishnu is existing. In his body, all the souls, this is material world. And this Mahavishnu, in his body, all the souls which are covered with the avidya are existing. How many? Uncountable actually. Infinite souls are there. Whenever he glances, that means, and also the souls are covered with the avidya and they are all accompanied with the karma. They all having the karma. Like that, how many are there? Innumerable in his body. And in him only Prakriti is also there. So in him, Prakriti is there. Anyway, I'm not going to explain the whole creation process, but in just a brief, I say, when Mahavishnu glances on Prakriti, that means Prakriti, all these jivatmas are there in Mahavishnu. When Mahavishnu thinks that to these jivatmas, he wants to give the subtle and gross bodies. He wants to give birth to, that means body. He wants to give birth to body for these all jivas, which are covered with the avidya and accompanied with the karma. So then what he does? He brings out Prakriti and he will glance on that Prakriti. Then all these jivas which are covered with the avidya and karma enter into that Prakriti. And then from that Prakriti, 23 elements come. That means, which are the basic building blocks to build different Brahmandas. How many Brahmandas are made with the 23 elements? Millions of Brahmandas are made. And then once again Mahavishnu enter into the each Brahmanda. Maybe it is going overhead because you people are new. Okay, in the further process, what will happen? Lord Brahmaji also comes. What he does for this jivatma, which is covered with the avidya and also which is having the karma with it. This is karma, red one. And what Chaturmukha Brahmaji, what he does? He will give subtle and gross bodies. That means he will give false ego, chittam, intelligence, mind, next senses, next gross body, next so many sense objects, like different articles in this objects in this material world, like buildings, oceans, and laddu, and eatables, and luxury goods, sense gratifying objects which can gratify senses, all these objects. So jivatma, when it is covered with the avidya, it is not able to sense that he is soul. Of course, inherently it is having the ability, but now it is not able to sense because of avidya. On top of that, this false ego, what it does? False ego gives the false identification. False ego gives false identification. I will explain the role of each and every element. Let me explain in a few minutes. Any questions till now? Okay, let me explain this, then you'll understand something.
Mohina Gandhi has a question, Prabhu.
Huh?
Mohina Gandhi Mataji has a question in between. I don't know whether if you can accommodate that.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I think one you will be answered with this
One
diagram.
second. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, one question will be answered with this diagram, I think. But the other one is why soul came in existence. Like if there was only, suppose, God or Golok, why this whole picture being created?
It is not created. It is existing from beginningless.
So we are also beginningless, and like Jivatma, not we, Jivatma is
We
also
means
beginningless.
Jivatma. Yes, yes. Jivatma
And
also beginning.
along with
Lord is a beginningless. Jivatma covering with avidya is also beginningless.
okay. And there is also no count of how many souls exist, like
Yeah, infinite.
and also no sense of time as such.
No
like,
sense of time.
from
Whenever he glances, time begins. Whenever he closes eyes, this Mahavishnu said, na, glances on Prakriti and sent all the jivas. So then time begins with his closing, opening eyes.
And with our bhakti, what do we want to achieve then? Like,
We go beyond the time.
and to
We
be
go
with
beyond the time. We go beyond this material realm, dualities, everything. We'll reach here.
okay. Looks like
So,
a very long journey.
very, very extraordinary, adventurous journey. So for that, we should understand. Yeah, to understand, to put faith on this process, we should know the reality from Shastra, not from our speculation, not from the so-called people's their own speculation. It should be from the authoritative scripture, because scriptures are for the benefit of society, for the benefit of humanity, for the benefit of people. This Mahavishnu himself is exhaling all the Vedic knowledge out, and also he is exhaling all the jivatmas. That is, he is sending all the jivatmas through his glances into the Prakriti, which are conditioned, which are covered by avidya from beginningless. All are lying in his body. The situation is no beginning. The situation doesn't have beginning actually. What is the reason this jivatma is covered by the avidya? That we said reason is it is not having the knowledge about the paratattvam. But why it is not having? There is no beginning. Anadi paratattva jnana. That's why we said that this absence of jnana is there with that jivatma from anadi, no beginning. Like, I simple give an example. What is the beginning of this curve? If you ask a mathematician, what he will say? No beginning. What is the ending of this curve? No ending. If you accept this kind of phenomena, no beginning, no ending, what is the problem? If mundane scientists they are explaining and you are accepting, and why you are not, don't accept from our Shastra? So now let us understand the role of all these. This false ego, chitta, chittam, intelligence, mind, senses, gross body, all are made up of from where? From Prakriti. So that means jivatma is chit padartha and avidya is out of ignorance and karma is there. And when Lord glances, Mahavishnu glances on Prakriti, Prakriti got hesitated and produced these 23 elements: false ego, chitta, intelligence, mind, senses, and gross body. And Brahmaji is giving all these to the each and every soul as per their karma. So that's why your false ego is different from my false ego. Your chitta is different from my chitta. The quantity of chitta is your different. The quantity of intelligence of yours is different from mine. Based upon my karma, I got previous karma. Whatever I have, based upon that, I get the intelligence. Similarly, based upon my karma, I get the amount of mind. Then what is the role of these elements? Actually, we means this soul. This soul, this particle soul. That is I. Because if you say I, that means who are you? This. But what is happening now in our present situation, that you should understand. So see here, example I am showing a pen. What is the time now? Okay, 7 minutes ago. So example, there is a pen is there. And your senses eyes are there. These are the eyes. When they watch this pen, they'll capture the image of the pen. After capturing image of pen, these senses transmit this image to the mind. Then mind will be transmitting this image to intelligence. And what intelligence does? Intelligence will decide, identify what image this. How it will do? It chitta, there are so many images are there. Innumerable images. And also you have the name. Image of pen, image of pencil, image of table, image of laptop, image of camera, image of book, image of window, image of fan, image of all are there, and also names are written in the chitta. So now intelligence will be matching with that. Matching with all of those. And finally, intelligence will be deciding this is pen. This is pen. But what happens? This pure jivatma is actually not doing anything, but it is doing one thing. Being influenced, that means being covered by the avidya, and also now it is further covered by the false ego. Due to this false ego, it is getting the false sense of I. That means he is getting the sense of I falsely. That means because of this false ego, this jivatma is thinking himself as intelligence, and it is telling that I know this. I am the knower of this object. I know this is pen. But actually this is pen is known by whom? By intelligence. But false ego, because of false ego, this pure jivatma which is covered by the avidya thinks that he knows pen. And one more thing, if that pen is beautiful, nice, then mind is accepting and rejecting. That means are desiring or hating, liking or hating. Ichcha, dvesha are the functions of whom? Ichcha and dvesha are the functions of mind, not the pure soul, not the functions of this pure soul. No, these are the functions of mind. That means sankalpa vikalpa. That means hating or liking or disliking. So mind is liking it as per the previous impressions which are stored in the chitta. And now, because of false ego, this jivatma, which is of course eternally pure but covered by the avidya, get the false identification towards the mind and think that himself as mind, and thinks that the activities done by the mind as his own activities. And then this jivatma thinks that I like this pen, but actually who is doing the liking and disliking? Mind is doing. But because of false ego, you got the sense of I towards mind and saying that I like this pen. Baba, in this way, all the activities are done by the body. Prakrute kriyamanani guna. Prakrute kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha. Ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti manyate. Ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti manyate. Prakrute gunai kriyamanani karmani sarvashaha. All the activities are done by Prakriti. That means all the Prakriti, false ego, chitta, intelligence, mind, senses, gross body, sense objects, all are coming from where? And now the object seeing pen and liking pen, all are done by whom? by these elements which are nothing but coming from Prakriti. That's why everything is done by Prakriti. Everything is done by Prakriti. But what this Jivatma is doing, it is claiming that Ahankara Vimudatma Kartahamiti Manyate. But this Jivatma falsely thinking that I am knowing this pen, I like this pen. This is so this is happening. You are all understanding? Yes, Mataji, Divesh, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. As you mentioned earlier, we have numerous Vaikuntha loka,
Yes,
infinite Vaikuntha loka, right?
yes,
And then you also told Jivatma, it's also infinite, and we
yes.
reincarnate and all of these things. And is it only the earth where we reincarnate in the entire cosmos? Or we are also maybe in different dimension we incarnate, maybe on other planet or something like that.
There are
What
so
is,
many millions of Brahmandas are there. Like how the infinite Vaikunthas. When
yeah,
Lord glances Mahavishnu on Prakriti, 23 elements are coming up. And these 23 elements are producing how many Brahmandas? Millions of Brahmandas. These 23 elements are coming and producing millions and millions of Brahmandas. In one Brahmanda, we are so shared actually. When he glances, we are shared in Prakriti, and 23 elements are produced from that Prakriti, and these 23 elements are coming together and becoming millions of Brahmandas. Now that means Jivas are distributed in millions of Brahmandas. Okay.
so Prabhuji, this means my my next life, it can be on any of the Vaikuntha
Any
or
or
any of
anywhere in the
the Brahmanda.
Yes. Yeah. So Mohina Mataji. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Now the point is your question. Your question was why
Ji, Prabhuji.
Lord is enjoying with his friends, his servants and his lovers and his parents. Why not Jivatma? Because Jivatma is getting the false sense of why towards the body and trying to get enjoyment, thinking that enjoyment which is coming to the body as his own. This is the wrong. You understood?
Not much.
This diagram you understood? This diagram.
A little bit, Prabhuji, and I think it has some. I know a little bit about Suksham Sharir, Karan Sharir, so maybe it has some relevant with that also. This diagram, but the like why not purity can exist here, but it the same relation exists there and here, but why here it is called uh, unreal and there it is real.
So, did you understand? If you understand this diagram, then this understanding of this diagram is answer for your question.
It is a lot to process in one go, so little bit we got to know the terms and things, but I think more information would be required.
Understood.
But thank you very much. In very short time you have given a lot of things to think upon.
Yeah. You have to sit on each and every point. I was mentioning so many things. I will give the material also. One book. In that book, if you open, this diagram will be visible. So you can read those lines, because sometimes people who have a habit of learning through the reading, so they can go through that, read. So 1, 2, 3 times they can read and they try to meditate on the sentences. And if they hear back my lecture once again, then the slowly concept will build. Because in one go, sometimes, yes, so many terms catching and feeling meanings of each words, and so then after that extracting the meaning for the bunch of words and keeping that knowledge becomes sometimes difficult. I accept that. So this is the homework for all of you. Whatever I explained till now, so invest your time and energy and your intelligence to understand these things. This can be definitely raise the many questions to you, and let us come up with the questions. Then we'll further classes will discuss. Yeah, Mohina Mataji.
Prabhuji, just wanted to say that last time you mentioned you will share some books, but we did not get any. If there is somewhere lack.
Yeah,
Oh.
actually, I forgot to share it on the group, Mataji. Prabhu sent on right away.
Okay.
So
Ji,
since
Prabhuji.
we have so much information, actually, flow of nectarian coming, so different channels, so I forgot to share on the group.
Yeah. So share with them, Prabhu, that transcendental diagram. So maybe we think that sometimes it may be not possible to understand, but it is possible actually. If this is lacking whole life, 15 years, 20 years, they're spending in our movement and no knowledge and simply wasting the time. With their false philosophy, they are destroying the so many people's life. This is happening. So that's why from the right away, from the beginning, if we give the right knowledge for the beginners also, then they can understand the Prabhupada purports in a right way. They are not taking Prabhupada purports in a right way, and they are speculating. And that's giving the lot of problem actually. So they will understand the position of the jivatma clearly, and the importance of the bhakti process they will understand. When the fundamentals are clear, then process is also they'll get faith problem. Okay, we'll end 1.5 hours only, na Prabhu? We'll stop here.
Yeah, I think, I hope so, Prabhu, yes. Yeah. But if
And
anyone
if
have questions, then maybe you can take maybe 1 or 2 questions, Prabhu. I think rest and all, like in Samadhi, we don't see them actually. They are in pure meditation, Prabhu. Like, so if anyone comes with some questions, or maybe we can take it. Otherwise,
1 or 2, yes.
then
Sure.
I know it's today's subject is a little tougher, but that's how it should be. The medicine should be like that.
Yeah, we can make light, but light will become speculations. So only thing is what I am saying. Spiritual world is there, material world is there. I try to explain to all of the state of anadi. Then after that, I started immediately explaining about the jivatma. The characteristics of jivatma, I explained characteristics of jivatma. Then after that, what is the lacking in that? Not having the knowledge about the absolute truth. So that's why Maya, with its avidya, it is covering. And because of covering of avidya, what is happening? Because of covering of avidya, jivatma is not able to know who is he. On top of that, such a jivatmas are all there in the Mahavishnu. Who is Mahavishnu also I explained. So Mahavishnu's body, they are all lying. When he glance on the Prakriti, these jivatmas are all entering into the Prakriti, and finally they are getting the subtle and gross bodies by the Brahmaji. When they get the subtle and gross bodies, how these subtle and gross bodies are influencing the jivatma, which is covered by the avidya and karma. So these are the steps I said. And I request all of you to meditate, to think. Otherwise, if I say a whole process in one go, I'm explaining, because if I say few things like last time I did a class, that means Gruheshu Gruhamedina. So being Gruhamedi, that means Diva Ardehaya, that means they are spending the whole day and earning money. And so Nidraya Hriyate Naktam, they are spending the night with the sleep, they are wasting. If I say background knowledge, so who is this Jivatma? Gruhamedi means who? Actually, who is Jivatma? And why this kind of things are happening? All these things you will be imagining actually, without knowing the state of the Jivatma and conditioned state of the Jivatma. So, like that, if I keep on speaking, there are so many speculations actually. Give the philosophical understanding, then if you say the things, then you can easily, rightly, you'll be keeping and understanding everything. So, we are trying. And also, you all should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra definitely. That will be purifying your consciousness. Because of the heavy influence of Rajas and Tamas, the words, whatever are coming from me, are not going and sitting in your mind and your intelligence. The reason is, there is no purity in the mind and intelligence now. It is fully filled with so many things. Money, relations, woman, enjoyment, this, that, so many things are staying there actually in your mind and intelligence. This is a very unclean place. When these words are coming, they are not sitting there actually. So all the time your consciousness is agitated by all these things. And rapt attention is not there. And not feeling any ruchi. That's why you people should chant Hare Krishna to get the basic cleaning. And visit the temple. And take prasadam. And dance in kirtans. Distribute books. If you keep on doing all these things, and also if you keep on hearing from the Bhagavatam, then there is a progress in your life. So, engage them also, Prabhu, as much as service, and make them to eat prasadam and associate Vaishnavas, so that we can lift their consciousness.
Yes, Prabhu, thank you for the wonderful finishing, Prabhu. That's what I wanted to ask, because now Mohina Gandhi Mata, the number of questions she's asking, it should be multiplied the number of chanting she should be chanting. We have a sadhana chart, Prabhu. We have a sadhana chart.
Yes, yes. If you people don't do sadhana, you cannot, your mind is not purified. That means in our diagram also I can explain to you all of. So the point is, to understand this philosophy also basic things should be done. Basic cleaning is needed. So the basic cleaning is very much needed. Now this intelligence and mind is fully filled with the rajas and tamas. And all nonsense concepts, unwanted concepts, which are, if we go reasonably, if I question you, you will feel yourself, whatever you know is wrong. It will not take much time to establish whatever you know is wrong. So such a wrong things are all accumulated and kept here and there. And then also on top of that, we have extreme false ego also. And so many, these things will not make, now even opportunity is there to hear from the sadhu. So there is an obstacle actually. These are all obstacles. Then how to clean this? Increase number of rounds. Whatever you are going to eat, offer that to the Lord, and then only you take. Don't eat kachara bachara outside here and there. Prepare from pure vegetables. Don't eat any meat. Don't drink on intoxications. Don't drink liquor and this and that, wine or intoxication, this and that, coffee, teas. And no meat eating. Meat eating, if you do, your intelligence level will be decreased. The fine tissues in your intelligence will be lost actually in your brain. And no illicit sex. If you don't retain your potency, your brahmacharya vrata is not maintained. You cannot understand spiritual matter. It will be like you're just going is a flying away. So there is a long journey, and it is the authentic sampradaya, authentic parampara. Many things are there to learn, which will be really helping you further to purify your consciousness, which will ultimately lead to your actions also will be purified. You will be ultimately reaching to the supreme blissful state, that is Goloka Vrindavana. Take this process very seriously.
There is one more question, Prabhu. Let us take from Prakash.
Yes, Prakash Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for your wonderful lecture. Actually, I have the questions that, as far as I understand, Jiva is the spiritual being and the part and parcel of Krishna. And due to the desires to enjoy, we send it to the material world. And however, there are so many references in the Shastras that if any Jiva return to the Krishna or reach to the Krishna Loka, he never falls down again.
Yes.
And at the same times, how is it possible that such desires comes in the Krishna Loka and to enjoy separate from the Krishna? How can the Jiva falls from the Krishna?
Yes, Jiva never fall from Krishna. From the beginningless, Jiva is there in this material. Okay. For people to initially to material. For initially people to make them understand, we say like that. They'll take this process seriously. If you say you are the criminal, oh, I am criminal, let me check. So that's the way to preach. We do preach like that. But actually Shastra says that from anadi, these jivas are in the body of Mahavishnu, which are covered with the avidya. There is no beginning. Like the curve I have shown. There is no beginning and no ending. Similarly, for this process, there is no beginning. These conditioned jivatmas are coming out from the Mahavishnu and getting these Sthula Sukshma bodies, subtle and gross bodies, and doing the karma, and once again they are entering into him and coming out, entering, coming out. So coming out and entering, coming out and entering. It is going on. And time also, you are all thinking when. You are asking the when this jivatma started staying in this material world. This when is asked with the reference of time domain, but this time is also having the limitation. When Mahavishnu opens his eyes, then time began. When he closes, time is over. You should go beyond the time frame actually.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. And it means our real home is to the Mahavishnu. But at the same time, I heard that our real home is the Krishna Loka. But you mentioned that we came from...
Initially, from the beginningless, we are in the Mahavishnu's body being covered with the avidya. This is the Bhagavatam, second canto, 5th chapter, 6th chapter, 3rd canto, 5th chapter, 6th chapter, 20th chapter. All these chapters, again and again, same point they are saying. Jivas are all coming from the Mahavishnu, that is known as Karnanam Sai Vishnu. And but when they get the association of sadhu, they will go to the real. That means the root, that's the Krishna Loka. They will come to know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This Mahavishnu also expansion of Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Right.
Any questions? No questions.
Yes, Prabhu. Like no questions for today.
Okay, Prabhu.
But thank you so much for coming and sharing wonderful knowledge. And I can see like samadhi.
Samadhi. No problem, bro. They are all very small kids. They are like small kids. And they came to us to learn actually. So by somehow or other, we should feed to kids' mouth. Like that, we'll be feeding to them. Let us see.
But hopefully we'll see you again, Prabhu.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay, Prabhu. Yes, మీకు కాల్ చేస్తాను ప్రభు తర్వాత. Yes, thank you so much again.
Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Pitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari. Shall I end the meeting?
Yes, Prabhu. Do that.